Okay, we're now going to be looking at changing the subject of the formula, and this will enable you to complete exercise 5E on Unit 3. So changing the subject of the formula means exactly that. This particular equation at the moment is y equals 9x minus 2. What we want to do is now rearrange it so that we end up with x equals. So we're going to now look to see how we can achieve that. So if we look first of all, it means we want to get x on its own. So let's eliminate this minus 2. So we're going to add 2. So we're going to have y plus 2 on this side, and we're just going to have 9x on this side. What we now want to do is eliminate this multiply by 9. To eliminate a multiply by 9 on this side, we would divide by 9 so they cancel each other out. So this side would leave us with x, and this side would be y plus 2 divided by 9. And that is an example of changing the subject of a formula. If we have a look at a further example here on this side, e equals 6 minus 2m, it tells us here to rearrange the subject of the formula in terms of m. So on this particular one, we notice first of all though that in front of m is a minus. So it makes more sense to move this entire equation across, or we could divide by a minus 2 at a later date. My preference is to move this across to the other side to make it a positive to start off with. So let's take this minus 2m and eliminate it on this side by adding 2m. That will be e plus 2m equals 6. If we now look to remove the e from this side, that means we will have to subtract the e. We'll end up with 2m equals 6 minus e. We're now left with a multiply by 2, so we divide by 2. So m equals 6 minus e divided by 2. Remembering, of course, that you need to divide the entire section by 2 and not just part of that section. That should now enable you to move on and do exercise 5E, which is rearranging and changing the subject of the formula. Thank you.